I experience imposter syndrome on the reg, and I think over the years I've learned to use it as a tool. I think that there are a lot of systemic variables that come into play. Just to get right down to the really funny stuff, I think racism, I think sexism.
I think we encourage from a very young age our boys to be strong and brave and go after what they want. But what we encourage in girls is to be nice, to get along, to be well-mannered, to be graceful.
The men I've seen in my field are very confident, and some have no right to be, and yet they are. And I know a lot of women who are extremely talented and don't believe they are. So yeah, I think maybe there's more prevalence of imposter syndrome with women because it's easier to just be like, well, I'll wait, where men are like, no, I deserve it, I should have got it yesterday.
There are a lot of things that can make you feel like you don't belong or you should keep quiet.
Oftentimes, I don't see examples of myself in the industry that I work in. I work in the entertainment industry. And so when you don't have these examples, it's kind of hard to think, oh, I'm right for this, or I'm doing this right.
For me, if it's a new thing that comes up, it's like, I don't know how to do that thing yet, so what if I'm bad at it? But I have been good enough to get to that point, so there's no reason why all of a sudden I would lose all my skills and not be talented anymore.
Sort of the idea, it seems like, from what I've gleaned from a distance, is you want to be able to almost like float above self-doubt.
You learn how to navigate what's yours and what's not yours, and when you kind of find a clarity about what your contribution is, all of that kind of psychological warfare kind of melts away.
I think people doubt themselves because they get into situations where they're not naturally prone to do what they're spending, 8 or 10 or 12 hours a day doing, and so it becomes a grind, and then you're not good at it because you're not motivated, and then you start doubting yourself. So find a vocation or a profession that aligns with your natural interests.
I think instead of telling women to have less imposter syndrome, maybe we should be telling men to have more imposter syndrome. Because I think a little bit of self-doubt is very healthy and it makes you keep questioning. And in science, that's what we do. We have to keep asking questions.
Self-doubt, self-loathing, having a negative, self-talking, self-criticizing, endlessly looping mind is just the nature of existence. And that's what it feels like to be a person.
It's really instrumental to my identity, actually. This kind of negative quality is something that I've learned to embrace in a weird way.
I know that I am an imposter because we're all imposters, but I want stuff anyway. So I guess it's not imposter syndrome, it's more like chutzpah syndrome.